To you Libras out here. Hopefully y'all are having a great day. So for you Libras, you have the Emperor, right? Which is ironically Aries, the King of Swords, and then you Libras also have the Temperance. So so these three cards right here for you Libras speaks to how ultimately, right, you got the opposite card in Aries, right? So that Aries Libra axis is showing up. I honestly see that you Libras are just chilling right now. Whether it is that you get someone or you don't, it's not really the case. It's more so. Shout outs to you Libras, by the way. Y'all been coming through for me. You know, 2 Libras back to back got a reading from me. They know who they are. But shout outs to you. And appreciate you, of course. So the situation for you Libras is this, right? Y'all are in a situation where y'all are chilling, like it is I was just saying. Y'all are not really doing too much to really get yourselves into a relationship. This is more so about trying to see who's really out here to make sure that the next time you get a chance to really speak to people, they're not like moving like they're weirdos. There's also a time where a lot of you Libras are also gaining a lot of new introspection, seeing the world from a different view. That, like it is that I said before, you don't have to look at the world from a perspective of you're a loser, because that's not true. You also learning how to look at the world from a perspective of like knowing what to do, knowing how to maneuver in the world, how to move in the world, right? What happens when you do this, right? Correcting your mistakes, knowing where it is that you Libras essentially went wrong and where it is that you went right. And so a lot of you Libras understand that, and you just chilling. There's a lot of unnecessary problems that's being lifted up off your shoulders to relax, to enjoy yourself. And then you have the Eight of Cups, and then you have the Eight of Pentacles, right? So this is about how it is that you Libras ultimately are letting go of past ideas, past habits, things that you Libras used to do that keep you binded in a particular way. You Libras are letting go of it, right? Says the Eight of Cups, correcting your mistakes, and then the Eight of Pentacles and creating new habits, new things that you actually want to happen, instead of looking at it from a perspective of, and I'm not saying that you Libras do this. I'm saying instead of you Libras look at it from a perspective of woe is me, you Libras are looking at it from a more of a Libran understanding, right? Libra is right next to Virgo, so literally, so Libra is to understand something clinically, book sense, right? Libra, library, right? The library, the books, right? So understanding those things and really understanding what type of time it is, looking at it, right? Perceiving those different things, right? And because of that fact, a lot of you Libras are a lot more well-rounded because of it, right? Because you Libras now have a better understanding of how it is that you need to maneuver the next time. You Libras, like it is I said that you need to do. You're learning from your flaws. You're learning what it is that you did wrong, and you're self-correcting. And see, like I said before, early cleaning out of old things that you do not hold valuable anymore, says the Eight of Cups. So walking away from those things are not as important, right? And a lot of people, now is the time where people will ask, you see all of that? Yeah, I see all of that. Walking away from anything and anyone that just doesn't work. Like, how when things pile up that you've been putting off for how long? Years, weeks, months, days, right? Years, months, weeks, days that you've been putting it off, and you realize that it doesn't work, and then one day you just get so fed up, you're like, look, I'm about to throw away all this stuff and even these people, if because they are in the way. That's how you Libras actually are right now. And like I said, the Eight of Pentacles, moving on to things that legitimately work for you. So the Ace of Swords now and the Three of Pentacles right here speaks to how, and because of that new mentality that you Libras have, there's a lot more comfort that comes along with it. There's a lot more power because you Libras are making yourselves, your lives, a lot less complicated. You're making your life a lot more streamlined. And what I mean when I say streamlined, I mean easy. You're putting your life, you are looking at the things that don't work for you, and you are making it either work for you or throwing it away. And because of it, you're making it simpler. You know what it is that you need to do. Boom, that's where it is. And the thing about it is that the Three of Pentacles and people got to basically be able to accommodate how it is that you moving in life. If they don't accommodate it from the perspective of, yes, they got to essentially move like that, then it is what it is. Because the Hanged Man, the Chariot, and the Devil right here represent you Libras just know what it feels like to where you, how do I say, you know what it feels like to where you try to make it work other ways, and for some reason it just doesn't work that particular kind of way. So a lot of you Libras are just done with it. Ultimately, you're done with doing things in ways that just don't work. You know, for you anyway. You're trying to force something, you're trying to make something work, and it just don't work for you. You Libras are done with that. You know, Chariot. Now you Chariot is you Libras are challenging the idea of why you would do something that just doesn't work for you. So let's clarify the Devil card. Hierophant, Nine of Swords, Queen of Wands, Seven of Cups, and then you Libras also have the Two of Wands, right? So this is my point, right? Hierophant, to clarify, the Devil card. So the Devil is about keeping you bounded to a particular situation in which you can always leave. But neither decision is going to feel amazing. One is just long-term problems and one is short-term problems, right? The long-term problem is staying in a disposition and continuing to do it over and over and over with your karmic cycles, right? Twin flames, the people that basically you essentially learn something from, but you stay in it with. And then the next choice that you Libras have is to get the rope basically that binds you to the situation, right? Devil, to get it up off of you and to go walk off. And it's going to be whack, the fact that you Libras have to excommunicate from these people in forever, but it is a part of your own evolutionary process. And this is what I mean when I say that, you know, don't hold on to anything or to anyone too tightly, right? And so the Hierophant now, the Nine of Swords and the Queen of Wands represents the position that you Libras are in, right, is a privilege. And very few people actually really get a chance to live here or exist on this level. So it's saying that you really shouldn't be doing anything to jeopardize that. Now, if you want to, and you say, okay, fine, you're going to go ahead and hang out with this person, you're jeopardizing that. I'm letting you know right now, I'm not saying that you will lose it, but I'm saying that you're putting it in jeopardy because you know you need to get away from this person, and this person is not going to stop being a detriment to you. But you just won't leave if you decide to keep hanging out with people that show you that they will betray your trust time and time again, right? So the Seven of Cups and the Two of Wands represents you have other people. You will have other people coming to you if you don't already have some of them now. So the worrying that you Libras have of, oh, what about if this is my last one, right? What about if I don't get any more people who are attracted to me? Well, two things. Number one, you're going to have to take that chance. And number two, 9 times out of 10, that's not reality. You probably either do have people that are interested right now, or people who are going to be interested in you when you become single, right? So singlehood has way more to do than just not hanging out with a person. It's also about wanting to actually really date, being open to that type of stuff. Because just because a person decides that they're going to be out there on the market or date around in a dating pool does not necessarily mean that these people will legitimately, it doesn't necessarily mean that these people will legitimately actually be eligible, right? A good option, an option in which, you know, you Libras can actually take and get to know and see and, you know, really find out more about. So let's clarify the Chariot. Wheel of Fortune, the Magician, Two of Swords, Five of Cups, and then you Libras have the Queen of Cups. So to clarify the Chariot, right? So the Wheel of Fortune, the Magician, and the Two of Swords represent, and you know, some of these karmic cycles, these twin flames who are also known as karmic cycles that you are going and you are interacting with and stuff like that, right? You Libras are breaking away from, right? So the devil, me clarifying the devil card was kind of the warning of that you will put everything that you have gained in jeopardy when you hang out with people like that. But this is about the clarification of the Chariot, which is the new mentality that you are trying to build up, and what you have already built up is very good, because the Wheel of Fortune, right, which is also the crabs as well. So there's a lot of crab energy in this, right? And then you have the Magician, and then you have the Two of Swords. So this is about how it is that at the end of the day, you have to be the one to take the risks and continue to move forward. And that you have to do it without knowing exactly what the future holds, right? It's always a mystery, but you have to do it without knowing what the future holds. So, you know, that's the thing with leaders. That's the thing that's scary about leadership position. You're often the one that has to travel first into the unknown, and then your team will follow up on after you. And what I mean by that is people will respect you because you do something that is unknown, that people have not necessarily went to. So it's unknown territory until you mark your territory and you say, hey, listen, you know, it's safe for me, it's safe for you too. And you kind of show people why it's safe. You know, people want certainty, but the leader cannot afford certainty, right? You cannot afford certainty. The leader has to put themselves in the most amount of danger because they're the ones that's treading into the danger first. So comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Overall, what it is I'm seeing here for you Libras is that you Libras very much so are in a very powerful position, because you get a chance to actually remake certain aspects of yourself, right, in a healthy fashion, because you are hanging out with some people who do not necessarily have your best interests in mind because they're dysfunctional. And so you Libras have decided to do what? To essentially stop hanging out with them, because that's not who you are. You may have been that, and again, may have been, right, 4 or 5 years ago, but obviously people change, and you realize that they didn't have your back like that anyway. And so you started to question these people's loyalties. And then you realized that even for the worst of you Libras, right, who are on that type of time, you realize that it's not necessarily what it was cracked up to be in the first place, because there's no honor with these people. So your whole mentality shifted. Now you Libras understand what I'm talking about. So you engaging with these people, you Libras understand that it's a fool's errand for you Libras to engage with these people in the first place. It's you wasting your own time. And that you got to get away from them, because they will always make it complicated, right? Because the misconception is they want order around, Nah, they dysfunctional because they can't have that, because that type of relationship where the two people are not bickering and arguing, that thing scares them. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video, smash the subscribe button, like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Come through and get some more personal readings. I want more you Libras to come through. Shout outs to y'all. Peace. Have a good one. The link to that is in the comment section. It's called the Linktree link.